Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green Room with the Gwendolyn, presented by the Digital Ren Faire. I'm so excited that you're all here. We're going to talk to my best friend, Rob, from Menage comedy, that I met him last year at the Scarborough Renaissance Festival, and I made a lot of like, oh my God, I can't believe you're saying this kind of faces. So it's going to be great. Go message all your friends, make them come and visit us right here on the Digital Ren Faire Facebook page. I see a bunch of people chitty chatting in the chitty chat, and I'm very excited. Remember that if you want to support the Digital Ren Faire, you can do so via Patreon or PayPal, because we're working on a lot of different projects right now. We have the Green Room with Gwendolyn, live shows. We have performer profiles. We have, these are the fairs that are open this month. We have a couple podcasts going, the Renaissance Fair, the Ren Fair History Podcast, and Ren Talks, which is an Renaissance Festival industry podcast. So check out our website, check out our Facebook page. It's awesome. Anyway, hold on. There we go. The person that I'm bringing on today is my best friend I met at Scarborough, like I just said. It is Rob of Menage comedy. I went and saw his show, and it's a thing. He is a very experienced festival performer. He is at Bristol and TRF, and I can see him nodding in the green room, so I know that I'm correct. And so I'm going to bring him on right now. Get your questions ready, because I'm blah, blah, blah. Everyone take a drink of your drink. Delicious. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's welcome on to the deck Rob from Menage comedy. Hello.
Hello. It is good to see you.
It's good to see you as well, too. Also, I'm so excited that you're here. This is the first Green Room with Gwendolyn of 2023, and you are my first guest of 2023, and so no pressure.
You know, I'm always used to sort of coming second, so being first today, it's unique. I'll just enjoy the experience.
See, that's the correct answer. Remember to tell you about that later. Anyway, anyway. All right. So, Rob, Menage comedy. Now, you're at Bristol.
I am at Bristol.
And TRF.
So
you have been at TRF.
I have been at TRF with my duo act, The Two Merry Men. That's actually sort of how the whole Menage comedy thing started, was with that act. And but I'm at TRF. We're not sure if we will be returning this year or not. We haven't really made an announcement or anything. So those of you that are familiar with The Two Merry Men, we're actually talking about taking a bit of a sabbatical right now, but we haven't quite yet decided, so time will tell. But yes, I'm at Bristol and the Pennsylvania Renaissance Festival in Mount Hope and Scarborough.
I
currently.
forgot about Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
and so for people who are not super familiar with how Renaissance festivals work, is that there are over 200 Renaissance festivals across the country, and they go all the way from like permanent structures on a site that runs for 7 to 9 weeks, all the way to like a 1 weekend tiny tent fair on a county fairgrounds. And so we're all independent contractors as entertainers, and we can never, we don't get to choose like, oh, I want to go there, I want to go there, I want to go there, and just be able to go there. We have to be hired by management. And so like for me, I don't announce where I'm going to be until I have a signed contract that's signed by me and by the festival. And so although Rob has, with Two Merry Men, has done TRF in the past, until he has a signed contract with him and the festival, nothing is official. So if you want to see him at places, you email your Renaissance Festival. But you're going to be in Pennsylvania, which I completely forgot.
Absolutely. I'll be there for 3 weekends, 3 of the 9. I'll be in Pennsylvania. And then time will tell where I head after that. I'm submitting proposals anywhere and everywhere.
Well, clearly you have to like be somewhere where we can do live streams together, because obviously we're the perfect match for live streams, even though this is only 3 minutes into it.
This has been a long overdue foray into the Gwendolyn Rob back and forth. And I have to admit, I love when my reputation precedes me. And for those of you who don't know, we had a little bit of a tete-a-tete before in the green room in the back, and explaining how things work. And I love the fact that Gwendolyn needed to say, "We're not as loosey-goosey as your show," and it's because, quite frankly, I would censor myself a lot, but I don't. So
You
I'm here.
guys,
I can rein it in.
his show is inappropriate. So inappropriate, but go watch it. Go watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah, go watch it, and then you'll be like, that was inappropriate. You come tell me that was inappropriate, and I'll be like, yes, it was. Good job. And then we'll high five. And it'll be
Yeah.
great. Exactly. All right.
Thank you, David. Thank you very much. We love being there as the two merry men. I'm glad.
Oh,
Thank
that
you.
was the wrong one. There it is. Yeah. There. And Cabana Saucy is here in the chitty chat. Cabana Saucy, I also know we're and he comes to you and helps you do what? Walk around, be hot, right?
Basically,
I
that's it.
mean,
She's my
she
lovely support. She's actually, she keeps me on time, and she's my brain. Because let's face it, when I'm
Ooh,
performing, I need a stage manager, and that's what she is. She keeps me on track. Otherwise, I forget.
that that must be nice. See, I have Musetta. Musetta keeps me on track in real life, but not always during my show. But it's okay. It's okay because I would just. So, all right, Rob, listen. All right, so I have questions to ask you or things to talk about. And the first thing I want to talk about is how much you hate wearing hats. And now you have a teensy tiny hat. Please tell us about that.
Uh, oh, right. So, I have been a festival performer for 30 years now or so, and I've
Since you were one.
always, yes, and a half. Um,
Oh, wow.
I hate wearing hats. I've always hated hats. I look stupid in them. Some people look fantastic when they're wearing a hat. It just makes them. Um, Thank you, Dell. But I've always hated them, and I've been a household member. I've been a member of the court, and different hats and floppy hats. And when I started Menage a Moi, I knew I needed to wear a hat, and it was a requirement, but no one actually specified a size. And what started as a little bit of a joke, because I was wearing a hat, has actually become the most recognizable part of myself. I'll be walking through festivals. Oh, it's Tiny Hat Guy. Um, so yeah, my tiny hat is now my little mascot logo.
I don't know if he glitched for all of you guys, but he glitched a little bit for me, and I didn't get that whole explanation.
Oh no, I hate wearing
Oh no,
hats, and because
I know
uh,
that you.
there
No,
no
I
one
got that
specifies
part.
the
You hate
size.
wearing hats. You always has to wear a hat. No specifies a size. Oh, Musetta heard it all. Okay, so it's just me,
Okay.
which is fine. I'm in a desert. Whatever. Okay, no glitch for people. Oh, Bill. Hi, Bill with 1L. My friends are here. It's very exciting. Okay, so now you have the teensy tiny hat. Teensy tiny hats are adorable. I love them. And so you have been doing Menage a Moi comedy, and so Menage a Moi comedy is like singing and making up verses and entirely inappropriate. What are other descriptive terms you would use to describe your show?
Uh, Menage a Moi comedy is humorously indecent, kinky, drinky, stand-up comedy and song.
I like
Um,
kinky drinky because of rhyming.
and it's bouncy, kinky, drinky.
It is. Yep.
So yeah, so that's what it is. It's kinky, drinky, humorously indecent. So there is a word that we at festivals learn one of our first seasons out, and that word is bawdy, Bawdy. And I have taken for granted all of my career that people understood what bawdy meant. And I realized that no one knows what bawdy means, which
Oh.
is literally what it means is humorously indecent, which is why I've now added that as the tagline. It's humorously indecent comedy, aka bawdy, which is why I am bawdy positive. I don't know if you can see that little pin.
Hold on. Keep that. Stay. Keep. There it is.
There
They
we
can
go.
see it. No, don't tilt it back. There it is. They can see it. Okay, good. Now you can move away from the camera.
Excellent. Sorry, we have to use all 3 dimensions in this flat surface that we have in front of us.
That's amazing. Musetta wants that pin.
Well, Musetta may be able to have one when I see her in just a few weeks. Oh, Gwendolyn has glitched.
Well,
and there she is.
You
okay.
glitched for me, but yeah, okay.
And you
I
glitched
don't
for
think
me.
you
Okay.
glitched for anybody else, but we're special. This is our special friendship.
I love it. So yeah.
Me too.
So that's my show. It's really it's evolved over the years where it's an experience. It's not a show. You don't come to my show to watch. You come to my show to participate, to be at an event where we are going to make up verses. I am going to take suggestions. And the beautiful thing is, this past year, I found the perfect way of framing my set. I only ever have one song planned. Where I go from there is entirely based on the responses from the audience.
And so every show is different.
Every show is different. And I love it. I love it.
I love that. That's one of my favorite things. That's one of my favorite things about my show too, is like every show is different because it's so based on what the audience does and how they react to what you're doing. And for me, that makes it like, this is why I perform at Renaissance festivals. I love doing straight theater or musical theater or anything like that. But what makes Renaissance festivals so extra special is that like you are playing with your audience. All of you are together. You're making this whole show together. It's not I'm on a stage, everyone watch me and be quiet in a dark room, which like I love also, by the way. But also, but yeah. So that is so cool. I didn't know that you have like one song planned and that's it.
It's been such a great joy because people get to learn as we go. What is bawdy? What is okay for you that isn't necessarily dirty? And I love watching realizations when I get to see a grandmother laughing uproariously at the dirtiest material I have. And I get to tell the granddaughter sitting next to her that she knows it because she's done it. And they both blush, but the grandmother's like, yeah, it's perfect. So
that's amazing. That's ridiculous and kind of a little horrible, but also amazing.
I love Schadenfreude, which is laughing at other people's misfortune. And when you come to my show, and I do believe we are all in it together. I never push people who don't want to play. And sure. I can see it and I ask, but when we're here just laughing at each other lovingly, it's so beautiful. And that's why I call everyone lovers as well. It's because we're all in this together. And hello, lovers. We are all here. And it's just in this space. I get kind of hippy dippy backstage. So
I mean, that's one of the things I love about you. Too bad we're not sharing a backstage, but you can come visit my backstage at Scarborough.
I will.
Maybe. I'll see if Pipsy says it's okay. I don't know.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
You have to ask everyone in your backstage. So I was reading in the form I made you fill out about like so you had to perform an impromptu wedding at a show?
Yes.
So first of all, you're ordained.
Yes.
I am ordained through the Universal Life Church.
As am I.
That's why we're friends. Oh my gosh. So here's the thing before we talk about this. So I do another stream called the Gwendolyn's Home Shopping Network. And it's like QVC, but like it features festival artisans. And on the Gwendolyn Show Facebook page, I did a stream with an artisan who was their very first booth at Arizona, or their first Arizona booth. They have other booths at other festivals. And so we did a live stream and they're ordained too. So we talked about doing a tag team wedding we're like, it's like WWE style. We're like chair to the back. Now you're married, like that kind of stuff. So now I know you're ordained. So clearly we need to have a joint ceremony worked up to where we marry someone, and it's the most hilarious. Anyway, continue. You performed an impromptu wedding.
Honestly, well, first I want to say that was a great speech, and there was a lovely hiccup where I thought because we were ordained, we were going to share a joint, and then it kept going where we were going. So it's like, what exactly were we talking about? But no.
I don't know.
A wedding three-way, love it. So I'm also watching the comments and trying to catch up. Hello, everyone that's joined in.
Yep. That's how it goes. Jimmy says hi. Musetta says double wedding. Yeah,
Saucy,
you better make Scarborough one of these years. Get it together. All right, go ahead.
So I was performing my show, and I used to do a
Wait. Hold on. The door behind you just opened by itself?
Oh.
You have ghosties or Meow Meow Kitty?
That would be Ripley. Hey, baby girl. I am I am an unashamed cat dad, and I am crazy about my cats. So, hey, baby. She will probably come up on my lap in a little bit. Let me close this now. Pants, no pants.
No one complains. No one complains about cats on laps in any of my streams.
Perfect. She'll just wander. There we are. So I was performing my show at Bristol, and I used to sing a song where I would bring an audience member up on stage, and he would grunt and say, huh, while giving a big pelvic thrust. And I would usually have them aim it at their partner. As we were talking, I said, so how long have you been together? And he said, oh, it's been 7 years. And being the snarky guy that I am, I said, you've been dating her for 7 years and you're not married? Why exactly is that? And she said, because he hasn't asked. And he said, well, you wanna? And her eyes went wide and her face went white. And I, being the helpful gentleman that I am, said, I am an ordained minister and I could do it right here and now. And she said, we don't have a license. I said, you can get that after the fact. Really? I said, yep. So she came up on stage. He gave a very quick proposal. I married them in probably the most correct way I could for my show. I was very kind to them. I did make sure that at all times he had her finish, and made sure that he was, of course, the proper lover. And I went through all of that. And she was blushing the whole time. And after the show, and they took a big bow, and it was wonderful. After the show, people asked if we had it staged, and we hadn't. And she came up to me as genuinely as possible and said, is this real? And I said, only if you get the license. And she said, he and I gotta talk. And then they left. They were married. They were still married the next year, but they actually had it done officially elsewhere. But it was apparently what was needed to give them a kick in the pants to get that moved on. So I support that wholeheartedly.
That's amazing. And also,
I'm not always just mean.
No, you're not mean. You're just inappropriate.
True. I'm not always inappropriate. Of course, I didn't expect him to.
You didn't expect him to.
I didn't expect him to actually ask then and there. Also, what I did learn is you don't actually have to be ordained in Illinois if the parties getting married think you are. That's it. You don't have to be ordained to marry anyone in Illinois if the couple getting married thinks that the person has a license or the right to do it.
That
you still need a license, but I don't need, if I sign it and they think that I'm okay, it's okay. It's weird. It's a weird loophole in the Illinois law.
This is getting some reactions from our watchers.
It's true. I always try to look up things that I talk about so that I can either make fun of it appropriately or I don't sound like an idiot saying the wrong thing. Because there's nothing worse than coming out and saying it is this and having someone hold you receipts that it is something else.
Oh my gosh, that makes me feel horrible when I do that. Anyway, okay. That my brain just exploded in my head. So I'm changing the subject to something that I can relate to. Well, I mean, I'm ordained. I've done a renewal of vows before, but I
Nice.
haven't done a wedding before. But I want to bring up something you mentioned to me, that you had a shot of Malort on stage. And my best friend, Brian Wendell Morton, who probably is not watching this, but he loves to have people try Malort for the first time. And I have tried Malort. So let's talk about Malort experiences. For those who don't know, Malort, Malort. It's an alcohol that is like, you drink it on the night you want to get in a fight with your dad, is one of the things. I gotta look it
Yes.
up now because like there's a
So
it's like, go ahead.
well, Malort is actually it's a fermented grapefruit alcohol. It was made during the Depression from grapefruit rinds, and suddenly it had this resurgence in Chicagoland and in Illinois. Anyone that comes to the city that has never been to Chicago, someone will undoubtedly attempt to offer you a Chicago handshake, which is a shot of Malort. So, yeah. Did you find?
I forgot that I forgot it was I thought it was I forgot it was a shot of something. Or everyone take a drink of your drink. Words are dumb. I forgot that it was a Chicago thing because my friend Brian Wendell Morton is not from Chicago. But there's a whole list of like, drink Malort because it's horrible. Everyone says it's horrible. Horrible. I'm trying to find, I'm looking on Wikipedia because whatever.
So, for those who don't know, in Chicago, because it is such a thing, there are craft cocktail bars that serve Malort mixed in various ways. And every person that I know that has gone to those bars has said, they're not that bad. No one says they're good. They just say they're not that bad. And that's what Malort is. It's like drinking sewer juice.
So you glitched when you're say glitch, glitch. So I have no idea what you said.
I'm guessing based on the comments, some other people did, but it's
I
it's
think
just a
so.
mixed drink. So we were on stage, and this actually the first time I went my entire life up until I believe the age of 48 without touching Malort. I knew it was bad. So we're in Texas. The two merry men and I, we're in Texas, and we will occasionally be offered shots from the audience, or drinks from the audience rather, and we'll take a sip. And before the show, an audience member said, "Hey, I want to surprise your partner, John, with Malort. I want to bring him something and have him do a shot, and it'll be Malort. Are you up for that?" Absolutely, I am. Yes. So during the show, audience member walks up, holds up the flask. John walks and takes it, unscrews the cap without missing a beat, thinking it's probably whiskey, throws it back, and you can see it bubble. And it's just a big flask. He takes a hit, he lowers his face, and he smiles. He switches hands, and without missing a beat, he said, "Rob, this is great. You should have some." So, hoisted on my own petard, I decided I will actually try Malort. So I took it, I tried to man up and do what he did, and I threw it back, and my face sucked in on itself like a black hole. It was just And then I started drooling so badly that I couldn't sing because it just wanted out of my mouth. It's like when you give a toddler a lemon for the first time and they're like, "Mm." That's what Malort is. So yeah, that is my story of my one and only time having had Malort.
Okay, so here's the thing: is that I don't do alcohol, right? Like I need a chaser, and I was in like before I really actually like started drinking and learning about different drinks and stuff, I was like, why would I do a shot and need a chaser? I take cough medicine and need a chaser. I don't want that. So when my best friends, the Body Boys, give me whiskey that they have, I make the whiskey face, which they love, which is like a drink of, that's my whiskey face. When I had Malort, when my best friend Brian Wenzel Morton gave me Malort, I was like, okay, that's not that bad. I know. I see your eyes and I know exactly, like, I don't
Do you
know what's up. I don't know if I want more. He had like a mini bottle and I was like, okay.
like cilantro,
I mean,
or
in
does it
stuff,
taste
I
like soap?
guess. It does not taste like soap to me.
Okay. When you have asparagus, can you smell it later when you pee?
I haven't noticed because I use porta potties a
Oh,
lot. Renaissance Festival performer.
touche, touche.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Rob. Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Well,
When
yes.
we're in Scarborough together, let's get mini bottles of Malort and let's live stream us drinking them. You don't have to agree right now. You don't have to
No, no.
agree.
I'm in. I never say no to things.
Yes, and
I'm amazed I'm still alive. I never say no. It's,
oh, Cabana Saucy says no. She
all
can
right.
she can hold the camera.
All right. So what we do is we actually get shot glasses for all of us.
Mm.
We fill two of them with a colored liquor or colored water, and then the last one with Malort, and then we see who actually drank it. You just do the shot.
So wait, so if there's you, me, Saucy, and Musetta,
4 shot glasses.
4 shot glasses, how many of us have Malort?
One is filled with
Just
Malort. The other 3 look like Malort, and it's Malort roulette.
all right. It sounds like a thing. So everybody keep tuned to the Digital Ren Faire, the Gwendolyn Show Facebook page, and Menage Comedy, MAM Comedy Facebook page to find out when this is happening in April.
In April.
This is gonna be ridiculous.
All right, liver.
I found a couple things. If you haven't had Malort, these are some quotes about Malort. They're not the ones I was hoping to find, but they're different. John Hodgman, of a couple books that I like, says it tastes like pencil shavings and heartbreak. So other person I don't know said Malort tastes like fertilizer, except it doesn't grow on you. Imagine twisting damp socks after a heavy workout and squeezing the moisture into a bottle. Fill the bottle with that. Let it ferment in a warm closet. That's Malort. Malort tastes like baby aspirin wrapped in a grapefruit peel, bound with rubber bands and then soaked in well gin. Malort tastes like It tastes like a Nintendo Switch cartridge. It tastes like someone vomited up their gin and now you're drinking it from a shoe. I can't read the other ones. They're inappropriate. All right. Malort challenge. Rob Menage and Gwendolyn Steele head to head. Who's going to survive? Both of us, probably, because it's just a tiny little. All right. So we're like, all right. Everyone take a drink of your drink.
Drink.
Now, Rob,
Yes.
First of all, if you listen carefully, you might be able to hear harmonica.
Oh, that's harmonica. Yep.
That is the one and only Adam Crack walking back from his rehearsal playing harmonica as he walks, because he is the best at rehearsing out of any Renaissance festival performer of ever. Adam Crack, he's currently at Arizona. He will be at Scarborough as well. I know he's at TRF in October, November.
He'll
But
be
I
at
don't know
Bristol
where.
usually.
Bristol,
He's
usually
at Bristol.
So Adam Crack, he's multi world record, Guinness World Record holding whip cracker, pistol spinner, harmonica player. It's nuts. He's amazing. Anyway, Rob, let's talk about cheese.
Yes.
You like cheese?
I love cheese.
Me too. Also, that's why we're friends. So, what kind of cheese is one of you? What's one of your favorite kind of cheeses?
I actually like fermented cheeses. I love a good Stilton, a good blue cheese, a good.
No, I took him away from the stream because I was anyway. Sorry.
I like cheese.
No, you're allowed to watch. Like, you can like those cheeses. Stilton, blue cheese, something else. I cut you off.
And I like Swiss cheese. I like canned cheese as well.
I
do.
know. Canned cheese?
Cheese whiz.
Oh, that kind of can.
Yeah.
Okay. You're weird. That's cool. I don't mind.
You're not a fan of cheese whiz?
I don't know the last time I've had that. So I will try cheese whiz. I don't like Swiss cheese. I'm not big on blue cheese. But I will try cheese whiz. And I will try Stilton because I haven't had that. In the refrigerator right now, we have pepper jack, habanero pepper jack, which was a mistake for me. Colby Jack and Baby Bell. And then that window that you guys can't see, there's a hummingbird, but that doesn't make a difference. Okay, easy cheese. All right. We should have a cheese tasting contest.
Malort
by
cheese.
contest, I mean we're Malort. If I do this, I have a thing on my nose. There it is. Malort and Cheese live stream next month with the Gwendolyn Show and Menage comedy, and it's Musetta, write that down, please. Where it's gonna happen. Malort and
This is
cheese.
what happens when we're in the same place at the same time. We will figure it out, David. We will buy multiple cheeses.
Oh, there's gonna be so much cheese, maybe some crackers even. Who knows? We're at the end, we're gonna be cheese drunk.
I love it.
Me too, also, because cheese.
Cheese sweats.
Nope.
No cheese sweats.
I mean, I'm a lady. I don't sweat. I glisten.
Cheese glistening? No.
No, not the same. No. Let's change the subject. All right. Look at this.
Limburger with
what?
Jonathan says Limburger with the Malort to overcome the Malort. It may. It may.
Oh, Jonathan.
We should see if we can find durian. It's the smelly fruit. Oh, a durian fruit is a Japanese fruit that smells utterly horrible. So much so that you actually are not allowed to open them or cut into them inside specific buildings in Japan.
Shut up.
Durian, the durian fruit.
Yeah, Musetta. She's writing stuff down. Saucy asks if she can quit, and nope. She doesn't have to be there for this part, but I don't even know where to go from here. This is absolutely ridiculous. Which is not surprising because it's this
tangential comedy. I love it.
Tangential comedy and cheese and Malort and cheese. We'll have to make t-shirts and then we'll sell them for a lot, and then we'll get rich, and then we can buy more cheese.
We should reach out to Malort and see if they will sponsor it.
You
They might. They're weird. They do stuff like that.
said to write that down. Oh my god.
Wait, you've seen which on the Try channel? Oh, the durian?
The durian? Oh yeah. This is not exactly it, Chenna. Not the most vile smelling foods and drinks. It's just cheese and malorts. Cheese and malorts. Because also, oh my gosh, do you want to know what a vile smelling drink is? Listen, I went to my best friend Edie and Sam's house for some food, and Daisy O'Danny came with me. And they have a lot of liquor to make fancy drinks, but they had these special liquors that were like infused with like animal tastes, flavors.
Like chicken?
So, no. And one of them was crab. And I don't seafood. For me, it's mostly like for fish, like it's the texture and the flavor. For shellfish, it's the texture mostly, right? They had crab infused whiskey, crab whiskey. And so we all had a little shot of it, and Daisy Meredith and Sam did theirs, and Edie and I was like, I don't know about this because I don't do seafood. And Edie's like, we're doing it. And she cheers me, which meant I had to drink. So I drank it and I was like, oh, that's not that bad. No. And so what's fun about those whiskeys is that it doesn't hit you till the end. So then we tried another one, and that one was I think they had 4. We only tried 3. That one was roasted venison. I like venison. I grew up in upstate New York. We eat deers. It's delicious. So I was like, I can do this. And so I did a shot whiskey. Okay, no. And venison, like smoky, stays in your mouth. Stays in your mouth for a long time, not in a fun way. And then we did, do you know where artificial raspberry flavor comes from, Rob?
Artificial raspberries?
No.
Oh, I think I do, but please remind me. I think I do.
I think you do too. It comes from beaver areas, beaver back areas.
Glands, right?
Yeah, glands in the back areas. That's where fake raspberry flavor comes from. So when you eat raspberry flavored candy, beaver back glands. Beaver, yeah.
I want to be the guy. I don't want to be the guy. I want to see the guy who has to harvest the beaver glands. I know, right?
But like also, who discovered that? Don't know. Who discovered? Okay. So we were like, all right, this one's gonna taste like whiskey then raspberry. So we all did the shot and it tastes like whiskey and then not raspberry.
I can't imagine why someone would do that.
Which part?
The alcohol. I mean, everything really, but the alcohol specifically.
I mean, you've had Malort, so nothing else is off limits. Oh no, Sean, I'm putting this up, but just for a second. Yeah, no. Okay, bye.
That's a town in England. It's Asbury, England.
Yeah, Asbury. And not to be confused with Avebury, which is where the big stones are that make a big circle.
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh, no, that's the thing. Oh, yeah. So you know Stonehenge?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another one. There's a bigger, more spread apart circle of giant stones that are even more gianter than Stonehenge because they're like flatter a little bit, but they're gianter. I'll have to send you a picture. Look at this. If I have this on my eye, I look like David Bowie, right? I don't know. I'm not from here. So it's called Avebury. And so it's gianter stones. So don't confuse that with Avebury. Oh, yeah. See, Rebecca knows what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Also, Chenna, I love that. Yes, someone just looks at a beaver and goes, I wonder what if that bud tastes like raspberries.
That's for so many foods. Why did you make that face?
Well, I mean, maybe that's where the term of giving someone a red. Maybe it's because that was the sound the beaver made when they were first. I mean, it's all connected. I'll be in the corner. There's just no filter. It just comes out, people, really.
That's awkward. You shouldn't phrase it like that. Saucy's very upset. And she has grounded you. Dory says no.
Oh, I've been grounded.
You're grounded.
This is what happens. I have a stage manager that can ground me. That's all right.
That's why I don't have a stage manager.
Touche.
Listen, you and I have to talk about stage manager stuff because like, if you have a stage manager that can ground you, you need to do something different. Musetta wants to know what your stage times are at Scarborough so that we can come catch your show. I know one of your shows is at 6:00 because yes. I know I can come see that one.
I am on the even o'clocks. I am at 12, 2, 4, and 6 o'clock.
That must be nice.
And this year, I'm really excited to say this year I actually have 45-minute time slots. So we'll have some time to play with the audience and really dive into some of my new and old songs and play a whole lot more. So, yeah.
Listen, I'm not giving him any ideas. I'm not from here. Everything's fine. Cool, because I don't know when my show times are. I'm on the Whimsy stage, but we're pretty much neighbors. I'm 11:30, 1:30, and 3 and 5 because Musetta is my best attack kitty ever. So if you're on the evens and I'm on the odds, I can come to your show.
Yep.
And we're going to learn a song. And I'm just going to come up and make you do it. Or you're going to come to my show, my 5:00 AGA Ask Gwendolyn Anything. And it's going to, you guys, it's going to be chaos. I'm not upset about that. I'm just saying.
It's what keeps it fun, to be perfectly honest. It's coming in and being able to just see your shows and sit at the back. I love being quiet. I don't like interrupting, but I love to get to play when it's possible. So
it's awesome. It's so much fun. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us here at the Green Room with the Gwendolyn. My special guest, Rob from Menage Comedy. He's going to be at Scarborough and Bristol this year. Keep your eye on his Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube. You can see it down below. I'm going to put links in the chitty chat for you guys to click on because you can't click on the things that you're, oh no, it's not links, but you can do stuff anyway. So find him on Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. You can find Digital Ren Faire on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube as well too. Also, if you enjoy this programming, please make sure you're following the Digital Ren Faire on Facebook and all that stuff. The focus of Digital Ren Faire is to provide some insight into the Renaissance Festival industry, as well as preserve the history of the Renaissance Festival. So if you're interested, please consider joining our Patreon, or if you want to contribute, you can do so via PayPal to help keep us do what we're doing. Check out the Digital Ren Faire page. We've got another main stage program coming up on the 30th, and that's the next episode of Ren Talks. Also, my mom's here. Hi, Gwendol Mom.
Gwendol Mom. Thank you, everybody. Yes. Thank you for coming out. This was so much fun, and thank you, Dory. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, everybody. I don't get to see faces with this, but I know I'll remember you. So.
Yes.
See y'all soon.
And come say hi to us at Scarborough and be like, I was at your stream, and we'll remember. Because we can't always remember all the people. Also, Laura Lee says I should have a tasting segment at AGA. And yes, that's actually in the works with a variety of different people. So keep your eyes tuned. I'm gonna put Rob back into the green room, but stick around, Rob, while I finish it up, and I'll see you in a minute. Everyone say goodbye to Rob. Again, thank you so much for joining us here for Digital. I didn't expect to have like whatever that is happening on my face hole, I'm in a different location than I usually stream. But thank you for joining us. Digital Ren Faire on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and probably something else. Spotify. You can find our podcast on Spotify and all that stuff. You can also find us on Patreon, and you can contribute to our preserving the history of Renaissance festivals and the insider information in the industry of Renaissance festivals via PayPal if you want. Again, find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Find Rob Menage Comedy. That's MAM Comedy. You can see the little ticker down there on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So go follow him, find out what he's doing. Look forward to stuff that him and I are going to do in the future when we're both at Scarborough, because we have a lot of ideas and it's stuff's going to happen, y'all. Keep your eyes on the Digital Ren Faire page. Next main stage event is on the 30th, so mark your calendars. It's the next episode of Ren Talks with the OG hosts. So come check us out there, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. Now I gotta go click through all this stuff. Bye.